Senator Mikulski and Cardin have endorsed bringing Syrian refugees to Maryland. But who will support them, and are we properly vetting them for terrorist relationships? Ashley, do you have any concerns about allowing refugees to relocate to Maryland from Syria?
My primary concern is the fact that we think that we can vet people for terrorist relationships. Let me ask you three gentlemen, how does that happen? How do we vet people 100%. For terrorist relationships?
You don't.
Okay.
Ultimately.
Really? All right. So how's that going to work out for everybody? So we're from Syria. You know, this is interesting that this is coming to light right around this time of year when the leaves are changing color. We start talking about our traditions for the holidays. And then we start thinking about Thanksgiving, and then we start thinking about Christopher Columbus and how that just happened a couple days ago, the Christopher Columbus Day, or as somebody who's half Cherokee likes to say, Happy Genocide Day, for friends. I mean, let's, like, okay, so we could just as easily argue that these folks are escaping the persecution that the Founding Fathers were escaping into the United States. So we could also argue that the people that fled Western Europe to found the United States of America were considered terrorists themselves, right? So how are we going to define these people? Are they refugees? Are they terrorists? Are they part of the foundation of what makes America great? I think that we have to choose one of the three.
So I don't think we have to choose one of the three, and I think, frankly, it's a little bit paranoid to think that any significant number of these people are going to be terrorists.
No, absolutely so.
Absolutely.
And look,
I think that you know.
But sometimes it only takes one.
No, I get that, but you know what?
Timothy McVeigh was not a Syrian.
That one could come from anywhere, and I think there's more evidence at this point that we have homegrown terrorists going over to join ISIL and ISIS and all of that stuff than we have evidence that these people are going to come in here and blow us or something up. The point is, and I'm all about legal immigration, but this nation was founded on the fact that we, you know, send us your poor, your downtrodden, so on and so on and so forth. Who fits better?
Unless they are brown-skinned, friends, then we have a problem.
Here's what I would say to this, and you have to take a slightly more pragmatic look at things. So Syria prior to 2011, so when everything went to hell, was a country that for the region had one of the highest standards of education, a large number of well-educated professional people. So in the end, I think this is actually a net benefit for us because we're getting people who are going to be hard workers.
Thank you.
Who are going to contribute to society. And when you're coming from what Syria has become now to someplace where you, A, have a chance of not being shot when you walk out the door, taken out by a sniper, blown up by ISIL, beaten for smoking a cigarette, whatever else it may be, I think they're probably going to be fairly appreciative to be here. Also compared to what you've seen happen in Hungary, what you've seen happen in some of the European countries, we assimilate people much better in this country, and they're going to be much more successful much more quickly by coming here than by going someplace else.
So and follow up on what Colin just said. You know, the question we need to ask is, we allow the Syrian refugees into our country, how can they help contribute to the U.S. economy? Okay? I've got an article here from Forbes. All right? Did you realize that, you know, a lot of Fortune 500 companies either founded by immigrants or founded by the children of immigrants? Okay? So we could have someone come in and found the next Google, found the next Apple. You know, think of all the jobs that could provide.
Absolutely. And I think to something that Jim brought up, I mean, we cannot forget the fact that we are a country of immigrants. Yes, we may have come here and committed genocide against the people who happen to live here.
But we were considered terrorists. The Founding Fathers were considered terrorists in Western Europe.
History was in the eyes of the victor.
They were persecuted as not being willing to conform with the standards of the powers that be, which is why they were encouraged to get the heck out. So let's just have a little bit of perspective here about what that word terrorist actually means.
Well,
like, I just think that it's a double-sided
To be
coin.
honest, you know, with the internet and, you know, bringing up homegrown terrorism, the internet has made it extremely easy for terrorist factions to recruit homegrown terrorists within the U.S. Okay? Yes, we need to worry about inside as well as outside. I honestly think that we're going to get more good than we are bad But at the same time, we do need to, of course, be cautious.
Well, of course, and nobody, I think, would suggest that we just have an open door policy. And there is a certain amount of vetting that goes through whenever refugees are brought in. So, but I think that's all the time we've got on this.
So,
we're going to wrap it up.
Take us out, Colin.
Coming up, is the media feeding you the left, the right, or the truth? Stay tuned.